Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video. And it's our mini series of tactics over team of the season, I suppose. And today we are looking at the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Tactics are courtesy of Josh 9. He went 20-0 with these tactics a few weeks ago in preparation for team of the season. So we've got Bundesliga team of the season coming up this weekend. So that's what you're going to be playing for in Champs. Maybe you're watching this in a week's time and it will be for La Liga, Liga and whatever. But bringing you a different option. Of course, like I said, we're going through all different types of formations over team of the season, just to give you guys as many options as possible to get as many wins, to pack as many decent players as you can. So let's get straight into it and go through it and see whether these suit you. I think it's important to obviously say that not every tactic formation is going to be good for you. It depends what kind of player you are. Mix and match it, you know. It just, you know, it is what it is a little bit. Some are going to suit you, some aren't. Right, okay. So, defensive style, we have got balance. Now, this is obviously a really narrow formation. So, just naturally, it's going to be compact in the middle of the pitch. So, therefore, if you want to pressurise them, you've got enough bodies in the middle of that pitch to do so. You don't need the game to do it for you. And, of course, when you're asking the game to pressure for you, can often pull people into situations that you don't want. Okay, so defensive width right all the way down to 35. Like I said, 4-1-2-1-2 is very, very narrow. It's the kind of formation that you play if you are somebody that enjoys playing narrow way, no width. And from a defensive point of view, we keep it like that as well. We want it nice and congested in the middle part of the pitch. So that if people want to try and attack you, they're going to have to go out wide because they're way more dangerous through the middle. Okay, defensive depth, 60. Because, again, this is where we're just trying to suffocate the opposition. Get pushed right up, loads of bodies in the middle of the pitch. Your opponent isn't going to know which way to turn, okay? And it's going to take a lot from them to be able to play their way out of trouble because it will be so congested, and where you're pushing all the way up, there'll just be no space for them to play out. So this is quite an aggressive formation as well. So yeah, if that's the kind of formation you like, then these tactics are for you. Build up, play, balance. We say this all the time. That's just to create some variation. Fast build up play can complement this formation and style of play. So if you want to, you could do that. But having it on balance just gives you that variation. And we'll move on to the next one, the chance creation, where we have direct passing on, which is amazing. You don't really, the need to have fast build up isn't so much, okay? Because you are going to have players running for you, you know. And of course, you've got the controller in your hand. If you want to speed it up a bit, you can do that, okay? But also, just having that bit of variation from yourself, especially if you're playing at a little bit of a higher level, you are going to need that to beat your opponents, okay? Of course, goes without saying, guys, offensive width, 30. If you want width, go and pick a different formation. Get off of this video and go and choose a different one, because this formation is all about quick passing through the middle of the pitch, overwhelming your opponent and putting them under pressure and scoring goals. This isn't about, you know, getting the ball out wide or anything like that. If you are after that, you need to pick a different formation. Players in the box, we have up to 7. Because we just want to try and create carnage with that direct passing with the players in the box. The formation's quite aggressive anyway. So, yeah, we want to get players forward. Corners and free kicks are always on 1 because we do not want to get countered attack. So, don't pay too much attention to the team that you see on screen at the moment. Just pay attention to the player instructions. So, if you're somebody that's watched a lot of my tactics videos, some of this will be repetitive for you, but it's what is the right thing to do. So, the whole of defence on stay back while attacking. Now, we say this all the time. Fullbacks, they're the ones that are realistically going to provide you with a little bit of width, you know. You're all going to have fast fullbacks, probably. And you can get them forward. Just because they're on stay back while attacking doesn't mean that they can't get forward. Of course, if you are going to run with the ball, there's going to be plenty of grass in front of you with this formation. Okay, so like Hakimi and Cancelo in this situation, they got a lot of grass in front of them, so they could utilise that. Alternatively, you see here, if I had the ball with, say, like Fernandes, you can then trigger the run for Hakimi to go into that space, which will keep your opponent guessing as well. Really good tactic to use, okay? Right, into the midfield. So let's just talk from a defensive point of view for a minute, okay, guys? So what really intrigues people about this formation and why I think quite a lot of people like this one is that it actually defends like a 4-4-2, which is a little bit strange, but with that in mind, that affects the player instructions that are put into place, okay? So, the CDM, which on screen is Fred, is stay back while attacking and cover centre. Nearly, well, I would say 100% of the time, if you've got one CDM, that's going to be their player instructions. Stay back while attacking, cover centre, the shield in front of the two centre backs, we want them to stay there. So, left-sided centre mid, balanced attack and cover centre. Balanced attack because they're not the cam, they're not the CDM. We want the best of both worlds. We want them to attack and we want them to defend. Across to the right CDM, if I can get hold of him, it's slightly different. It's still balanced attack. We want him to attack, want him to defend, but it's cover wing, okay? Because Fred and McGinn would basically end up being in the centre of the pitch, and Jota and Fernandes end up defending the wide areas. Like I said, it's a little bit weird, but that's just the way that it pans out. So, talking of Jota, who in this instance is the cam, is completely default. We don't need to touch anything with them. Defensive support is basic, so we'll come back and help out when you are defending, but won't be sprinting back as soon as you lose the ball, basically. And up top, we want that mixture, okay? In terms of attack, so one get in behind, one just on default, so it's the good old-fashioned, one goes, one comes short. Keeps your opponent guessing. Lovely bit of variation, we like that. Whoever's your fastest attacker, put on get in behind and stretch your opponent. Also, they are on come back on defense because we want to get bodies behind the ball to try and help defend, basically. And then once we've won it back, that's when that direct passing instruction comes into play and the players into the box, and we can use that fast passing to get up the pitch and to create opportunities. Of course, just remember though, from a defensive point of view, with this formation, when you lose the ball, especially with our depth, it's going to be quite aggressive to try and win the ball back. So there's a very, very good chance that you could win the ball high up the pitch and nick some easy goals, basically. So yeah, keep that one in mind. So guys, there we go. That's the 4-1-2-1-2 tactics. Give them a whirl. If it's something that you've enjoyed in the past, try it. If you're somebody that, you know, has never got on with it, then it probably isn't. But by all means, try it. Get in the comments. Let us know how it works for you. Good luck with Foot Champs this weekend. Hope the pack gods are on your side. And all that left is to say is please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.